Hello students, now in this video let's start how to determine initial basic feasible solution to the TP. So initial basic feasible solution, or in short we are naming it as IBFS. There are various methods to get the initial basic feasible solution to transportation problem of which we are studying the following. The first one is northwest corner method. Northwest corner method or NWC method. The second one is least cost method. Or it is also known as matrix minima method. And the third one, Vogel's approximation method, or it is also known as unit cost penalty method. Vogel's approximation method, so in short we are naming it as VAM rule, or another name to this one is unit cost penalty method. Fine. Now we will see these one by one with the help of examples. So first one, let me start. First one, northwest corner method. That is NWC method. So let me take example so that it will be very clear to you. So example, the question is asking as obtain IBFS to the following TP. By northwest corner method. This is the question, suppose, and the TP is given to us. Suppose the TP is, suppose let me take here the first question. So TP is So destinations D1, D2, D3, D4. Here supply, here destinations, and here origin O1, O2, O3, and here demand. So here the 30, 25, 40, 20 and 100 as such given to us. Here 29, 26, 35 and 40. Here 250 given to us. Here 31, 33, 37 and 30. Here 150 given to us. Here 90, 160, 200 and 50, and the total is 500 given to us. Now here the destinations origins are known to you. So here these are the values given to us are nothing but the cost. So in TP always the cost and the supply and demand are given to us. We have seen a definition. If summation supply and summation demand are same, then it will be balanced, and if it will be balanced, then we can able to determine a initial basic feasible solution. Otherwise we are not able to determine that one. And whenever they are unbalanced, then what we have to do, we will see them further. Okay, so now here how to write the answer. Look at that answer or the solution for this problem. So now I won't write this destinations origin again. I simply write this cost and the supply demands. Okay, so how does I write it? Look at this. These are slightly bigger problems, that's why I am taking these videos on paper. I cannot take them on board. So here this matrix we are required basically. So this is 3 by 4 matrix. So here demand, I should write demand here, sorry for this. Here we should write what? 90. This first demand 90. Here let me write the cost 30, 25, 40, 20, and here the supply is what? 100. Here supply, or if you want to write, you can write here D1, D2, D3 and what? D4 is here. Here it will be O1, O2 and O3. It's your choice. Then here 29, 26, 35 and what? 40. Here 250. Here 31. Here 33, 37 and what? 30. And here 150. Here 90. Here I must write 160, 250. Here what? 500. Now in this method, look at it carefully. Here what is the name of the method? The name of the method is northwest corner method. So here the solution will be start from northwest corner. Now according to map, this is north direction and this is west. So north and west, so northwest is this. So from this corner we have to start the allocations. So now here from this corner we will start. So now here look at supply and demand. Now for this row and this column, as we have to start allocation from this location. So here supply is 100 and demand is what? 90. In this row supply is 100 and demand will be 90. What is minimum of them? Minimum of 90 and 100 will be 90. So here I will allocate 90 and this 90 is get, means this demand is satisfied. And what is left here? Here 10 will left. Fine. So now this demand will be over. So this column doesn't have the allocations now. Now as this side is fulfilled, so we will go towards this side. So we have to go towards this. This means our next allocation should at this location. If this side doesn't fulfill, if this side will be fulfilled, then we will come downwards. Now we have to go here. So now again this location is in second column and first row. So look at supply and demand of that. 10 and 160. The remaining supply we have to look. So 10 and 160. So 10 will be the minimum. So here I will allocate 10. So now this supply will be over. So this side will be fulfilled. So or this row will be fulfilled. Now we will come here. What is left here? 150. So we have to come at this location. So we will come here. Fine. So now here again for this location the demand will be 150 and supply will be 250 required one. Fine. So look at minimum of them. So 150 and 250. So 150 will be minimum. So here the allocation is what? 150. Now this column will fulfill. So what is left here? 100. Okay. So now this part is fulfilled. So we will go towards this side again. So among these 100 and 200, which is minimum at this location, we need to look at them. So 100 will be minimum. So here I will put up 100. That is my allocation. I will circle it according to the definition of allocation. And here 100 will left. So again this row will fulfill. So we will come here. So here 100 and 150. What is minimum? 100. So our allocation is what? 100 here. Now this 100 will be over fulfilled. So what is left? 50 will be left here. So now we have to go towards this side and here both are what? 50. So here this 50 will be fulfilled. This 50 is also fulfilled. As such we get the solution to this problem. Now theoretically how can we write this? I had been explained it practically. So theoretically we can write it as, if you want to write some theoretical part, you can write it as since summation supply equal to summation demand. That thing you must write first. So what does this imply? It is a balanced TP. Okay. By this method first allocation should be from northwest corner cell. Northwest corner cell should be from northwest corner cell. That is what? 1 1. That is 1 1 cell. Therefore, first allocation equal to minimum of 90 and 100, and that will be what? 90. since for each rows and columns the supply and demands are satisfied. So feasible solution is given by what? x11 equal to 90, x12 equal to what? 10, x22 is 150, x23 is 100, x33 is 100 and x34 is what? 50. Also, total number of allocations equal to how much? 1 2 3 4 5 6 equal to 6. Fine. And what is m plus n minus 1? And m plus n minus 1. M means number of rows, n means columns. So 3 plus 4 minus 1. That will be 7 minus 1 will be what? 6. So both the things are same. So this solution is nothing but a basic feasible solution. Therefore the above solution is basic feasible solution. Okay. Now the question is left to determine the transportation cost. So the total transportation cost for this will be obtained from the objective function. You know objective function is summation what? Xij into Cij. Fine. So we need this part also here. So here let me write this as such so that it will be clear to you. We need this table also here. So let me write this here. Total transportation cost equal to summation I goes from 1 to m, j goes from 1 to n, Cij into Xij. This is our total transportation cost. And here it will be summation I goes from 1 to 3, j goes from 1 to 4, Xij into Cij. That will be here. Look at here, there will be no allocation. So here it will be what? 0. So we don't look at this one. Simply see the cells or see the occupied cells. These are unoccupied cell or these are water square. We have to look for the stone square only. So here the transportation cost will be this one. What? C11 x11 plus c12 x12. Here c22 x22 plus c23 x23 plus c33 x33 and c34 x34. This is our total required transportation cost. So C11 is how much? 30. So 30 into what? 90 plus 25 into 10 plus 126 into 150 plus 35 into what? 100 plus 37 into 100 plus 30 into what? 50. This is our cost here. What does that? This is 2700. This is 250. This is 3900. This is 3500. This is 3700 plus this is 1500, and the sum is 15,550 rupees. This is a required transportation cost using the northwest corner method. Fine. Now let's see the another example of the same kind. So second example, suppose the TP is given to us. Suppose demand, supply. So O1, O2, O3, here D1, D2, D3 and D4. This is given to us. And then the costs are here 6, 5, 8, 5. Here supply should be 30. Here 5, 11, 9, 7. Here it will be 40. Here 8, 9, 7, 13. It will be 50. Here 35, 28, 32 and 25, and the total will be 120. So it is also a balanced TP. Fine. Now let's see the solution for this. So solution or the answer for this problem. So here again, like a previous problem, let me prepare a table. Small cells should be bigger, but for notations it will be smaller. So here supply, here what? Demand. Here the cost is what? 8, 5 and supply how much? 30. Here the cost 5, 11, 9 and what? 7. It will 40. Then 8, 9, 7, 13 and it is what? 50. And the demands are 35, 28, 32 and what? 25. You know the total is how much? 120 from both sides. Fine. Now again we have to use northwest corner method, means we will start from here, and a minimum of 30 and 35 will be what? 30. So now this supply will be fulfilled. So this demand will be left how much? 5. So we have to come to this sale. Fine. Here it will be what? 30. It's okay. Then here we will come. So for this location we have to look for this demand and this supply. So 5 and 40. So 5 is minimum. So 5. This will be fulfilled. Here 35 will be left. Okay. So we will go to this side. Now out of this 28 and 35, 28 is minimum. So 28 I will write. So 28 will be fulfilled. So here how much left? 7 will be left. Okay. So now among again this 28 will be fulfilled. So we will go to this side. So out of this 7 and 32, 7 will be minimum. So 7 will be fulfilled. Here 25 will be left. Okay. So here again 50 and 25. So I will write 25. And later on at last I must go to this side. Here 25 will be left. And 25, 25. So here I will get 25. So both will be fulfilled. Okay. So again we can write here that since summation supply equal to summation demand, so it is the balanced TP. It is the balanced TP. Therefore, by this method, first allocation should be from northwest corner, that is 1 cell. Therefore, first allocation equal to minimum of 30 and 35. So it will be how much? 30. Okay. Since for each rows and columns, the supply and demands are satisfied. So feasible solution is what? X11 equal to 30, X21 equal to 5, X22 equal to 28, X23 equal to 7, X33 equal to 25, and X34 is also what? 25. Okay. Again, as number of allocations equal to what? 6, and that is equal to m plus n minus 1, that is 3 plus 4 minus 1. Therefore, the above feasible solution is basic feasible solution. Okay, is basic feasible solution. Therefore, the total transportation cost equal to which we have to take cost of C11, C21, C22, these one should multiplied with them. Fine. So C11 x11 plus C21 x21 plus C22 x22 plus C23 x23 plus C33 x33 plus C34 x34. This one we have to determine. So that is equal to, what is C11 will be 6, you can check. C11 into what? 30 plus C21 will be 5 into 5 plus 11 into 28 plus 9 into 7 plus 7 into 25 plus 13 into 25, and this total sum will be 1076 rupees. So total transportation cost is 1076 rupees for this transportation problem using northwest corner method. This is 30, northwest corner method. Fine. So this is about the northwest corner method. In next video we will take one more problem of this one, and also we will see the next method. Thank you.